DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
It's your saviors. We made it. We made it, everybody.
Welcome to church. And if we're the ones saving you, boy, are you in trouble.
Shit.
How you guys doing,
man? I'm all right. I'm kind of like thinking because we went over the show right before the show, and I'm thinking I could have sworn I did more than that, but I don't remember.
This week has been kind of a blur, not gonna lie. Especially for those of us in the major metropolitan area of Kansas City, Missouri. Freaking, how about them Chiefs, huh? How about them Chiefs? Anybody?
It was gonna happen.
I was confident last week when we were talking before the game, and I'll tell you what, boy, they wanted to make sure everybody had a heart attack, didn't they? Freaking, holy crap, dude! What a game! Freaking, I think Joe, what we talked about almost happened, but then the Eagles were just a damn good team, dude. They didn't fold. They kept coming, and it turned into a dogfight. It really did. So yeah, freaking.
What happened at the end that everybody was talking about? The hold.
The hold.
Yeah.
So basically, up until that point in the game, and we've talked about it on this show. The refereeing this year in the NFL, this all season, not just the playoffs here. We're talking the whole season. Refereeing has been atrocious across the board, absolutely atrocious. Up until that point in the game, so we're talking there's only a couple minutes left on the clock. Chiefs are driving. There hadn't really been any, what you might say, bad calls. The call the ref made right there was not a bad call. Everybody, you can see it on the film. The player that did the hold admitted that he held the guy. You know what I mean? The refs weren't necessarily calling it a lot earlier in the game. So
I'm sure many others would disagree, but that's football banter for you.
Well, and they can disagree all they want. I mean, the player admitted it was a penalty, and he got caught. Straight up, he got caught. And that's and when the Eagles, the player from the Eagles says that, I mean, Philadelphia fans or anybody who hates the Chiefs, they can freaking say whatever they want. Like that's the only response is like, guess what? Like he got caught.
Before we, what up, Drew Davis? Before we get to all the positivity of all that happened from the Super Bowl, did you see what happened over here, like on the East Coast when they lost
in Philly?
Yeah,
a little bit. Why don't you? What?
Typical Philly shit. That's what happened.
So I think I'm about to shift the hate from Boston
to Philly.
Not because me and my wife are planning to go over there for a few days, but because we're what the fuck are you doing, Philadelphia? What are you doing?
They would have rioted if they won, dude. It wouldn't have mattered. It's Philadelphia,
dude. I saw the one. All I needed to see was one video, and there was a video of them flipping the SUV over, and they started stomping on the fucking thing, and there was someone inside the car, and I'm like, what is going on here?
I saw a video of
for real Gonzo.
He looked younger, but this kid he looked like in his early 20s, and this kid must have had a lot of money in the game. And he literally he was at a Super Bowl party and he smashed the TV.
I know exactly which one.
And he was like getting everybody's face in the party because they were like,
he raged. He raged.
The game wasn't even over at that point. It was like that was just towards the end when the Chiefs made that last field goal. There was still time on the clock, and I
completely forgot about that video.
Stay classy, Philadelphia. Stay classy.
I showed that video to my wife, and she was like, "Is this real?" I'm like, "The guy lost a lot of money in the game. It's over for him."
But see, that's just Philly in general.
Drew Davis just said, even if the Chiefs win, you still lose because you got Jackson Mahomes, right? Yeah, Drew Davis. Welcome. Good to see you, buddy.
But yeah, no, that's. I mean, the thing is, that's just Philly, though. Like, win or lose, Eagles fans are some of the most obnoxious fucking football fans on the planet.
Yeah.
All the ones we had here in KC were very cordial, very, very nice, very friendly. You know what I mean? I didn't see.
That's because they weren't home.
They weren't home, probably.
See, what I was going to say was that they don't want to get arrested out of their own place, but that's just,
Hey, when you know where your personal lockup is, you know what I mean? Like, you got to just stay close to it because you're going again, right? So you just got to know, like, you take all the stuff out of your pockets, give it to your old lady before the cops put the bracelets on, so that you'll have it when you get out. And yeah, because the score. You've been there before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Philly fans.
Holy shit, dude. What's he got here?
He's talking
Jackson and Brittany.
Yeah, Drew Davis is talking about Patrick Mahomes' brother and his wife. And about a year ago, this not so much this season, but last season.
Yeah,
like they were all over social media, just kind of embarrassing themselves and other people, and getting a lot of hate spread towards Kansas City's way, basically just by virtue of them being like social media people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this season they really toned it down. The fans in Kansas City kind of turned on them specifically. Like literally, like Chiefs fans were like, both of you need to shut the fuck up and just let this dude play. Kansas City is this weird, like Missouri and this area of the country. It's kind of like, how would you put it? Like, talk is very cheap out here, right?
Yeah.
So people out here, when we talk about expectations and social gosh darn it, social graces, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people out here don't appreciate it. They're very old fashioned out here a lot of times. So like when people when we start getting hate because of somebody who doesn't even fucking play on the team, like people turn on that like real quick. So this season they took a huge step back this season. Haven't heard fucking hide nor hair of them basically all season. But Drew Davis is not wrong, because even though we got 2 Super Bowls in the last 4 years, Patrick Mahomes still has a brother named Jackson and a wife named Brittany, right? Poor bastard.
That's fucking football right there. But see, that's the thing is, Patrick, I have no problem with Patrick Mahomes. Like he's
right.
He knows how to do his job and he does it. My issue is his people.
Well, and
But see,
Everybody's got a
that's
crew,
even
right?
exactly. And that's the thing is, his wife and his brother are complete and utter idiots.
Well, when they have an audience, you know what I mean? Like that's probably, I'm sure there's a reason he's married to her. And of course, you get stuck with whoever your siblings are, regardless. You don't really have a say in that, but it's like, there's a way to be and a way not to be. That's like, when we talk on this show, and we've talked about it many, many times, how when we are on this podcast, this is not necessarily how we are outside, the front door of our houses. You know what I mean? Like, if you met me in the streets, I wouldn't necessarily act like how I act on this podcast sometimes. Does that make sense? These are caricatures of ourselves. Yes, it's still kind of ourselves, but it's a lot more of a caricature because you wouldn't necessarily get a lot of this out of me like if you just met me randomly, somewhere, right? Having a pint at the fucking corner pub. You know what I mean?
What's up, Big Grizz Bear?
Oh, we got Big Grizz in the house, dude. Welcome, dude. Welcome.
We're on Twitch as well. Just so you guys know,
good.
We're branching. Drew Davis says me either Patrick is great at what he does. Tom Brady was good at what he does. Still hate the Patriots as a team. Is still dislike Jackson and Brittany. Won't stop them from being who they are. Playmakers.
Yep, playmakers.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
So they know how to feed the algorithm.
Basically, well, and with a guy like Patrick Mahomes, he's gone so far so fast in his career. It's getting that's Tim and my buddy Tim, dude. That's one of my brothers from Tucson. Freaking like welcome. Dude. Good to see you, man. He's saying lies, Jay, lies. Yeah, but when you got a guy like Patrick Mahomes, he's the face of the NFL. He's playing absolutely spectacularly like every fucking year. He is the reigning NFL MVP, the reigning fucking Super Bowl champion now. We're talking like you have to be a playmaker. You have to make shit happen. Mm-hmm. By the way, they came out with a stat this week of winning percentages. And it's winning percentages when you're down by 10 points. And Mahomes has this stupid winning record. He has a winning record when his team is down by 10 points or more. And it's like, and we're talking like against everybody else in the NFL for all time. It's a ridiculous stat. And it's just like, and some of the things the Chiefs do and the Chiefs have done in the last few years, not just this year, even the last couple of years we haven't won the Super Bowl. Some of the stuff we do is just they make shit happen, and it is really hard to quantify in the game of football. I know there's plenty of football fans out there that know the game a lot better than I do, but I've been watching the fucking thing for almost 40 years, so it's kind of like I know enough. When the team clicks like that and they can just make stuff happen, call it pulling it out of your ass, I don't care. There was a play in the Super Bowl, I think it was the last touchdown we scored. They were all mic'd up, and the Chiefs they ran the wrong play. So like the players were doing the wrong thing. A couple of the players were doing the wrong thing, going the wrong way, and we scored a fucking wide open touchdown off of that.
And
like
they still had open communication.
They made it happen. They made it like Mahomes paid enough attention. You can literally in the video, you can see the confusion on his face. I think he's looking to his right, and then he looks left and he sees this dude just by him fucking self, like 5 feet away from the fucking end zone. The dude practically just fucking walked in. Yeah, I mean, dude, it was a great fucking game. It turned into a dogfight, and where me and Joe both thought the Eagles would kind of fold. That happened for the Chiefs towards the end of the first half, but the Eagles did not fucking fold. The Eagles their defense started giving up points. Basically, is what happened, and their offense stopped scoring. So like that's really what occurred is like their offense stopped scoring and the Chiefs offense is right up there as the best in the NFL. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, the Eagles offense didn't stop scoring to the point where it was considered a crumble or them just completely
They stayed
leaving the game. They stayed in the game. Yep. They got, they tried to stay neck and neck. They were within neck and neck still.
Yep.
So it wasn't a complete blowout or a crumble or anything of that nature. They were there. It was just there was a breakdown in communication.
Big time.
Kind of like how, there almost was that breakdown in communication with that last touchdown the Chiefs scored. But luckily, Mahomes knew what to watch for. He was watching every one of the guys on his team. He was paying fucking attention. He saw somebody wide the fuck open, got the ball to him, and they scored. even though that wasn't the play they were supposed to fucking be doing. Like
Right.
the offensive
Right.
coordinator said, do this, go left. The team went
And the
fucking
Eagles-
right.
And the Eagles picked up on it, and that's why that one fucking guy ended up just wide open, where he could just like dick walk himself into the fucking end zone. You know what I mean? Like just freaking sachet right in there, like he owned the fucking place. You know, because that was everybody. Like the Eagles saw it coming, and the Eagles actually, their defense did the right thing. Like they shifted. Like as soon
Now,
as the Chiefs did, it left
I
that
do
one,
want to
left
talk
that
about
one fucking weirdo, the one weirdo who like didn't know what the fuck was going on, ends up scoring a Super Bowl in the touchdown because everybody fucked up.
I do want to talk about, though, how, you know, in the last like 2 minutes of the game, Chiefs, great clock management.
Oh God, yes. Oh
And
God, yes.
I want to say how, you know, how I props to the receiver on one of those last plays when they were trying to run the clock down. And it would have been his first time ever scoring a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And he straight up dead end stops 1 yard from the fucking goal line.
That's right. And that is
Trying to run the clock down. So that way, when fucking the Eagles got the ball back, they didn't have enough time to fucking make it back down the field.
Do anything. That is Andy Reid making up for fucking past mistakes when he was the coach in Philadelphia. That was a big critique in Philadelphia when he was the Eagles head coach. Freaking, we've seen it a few times, not very often. He has gotten a lot better these last 10 years that he's been with the Chiefs. But we have seen it a few times in years past. That was like Andy Reid making up for every clock management mistake he's ever made in his history as a head coach, because that was and props to the fucking because he downed it, he did the right thing, and the Chiefs won a Super Bowl off the back of that. Like, because God knows what would have happened if we would have been that much farther. We'd have been 7 points, and they would have needed a touchdown. But if all I need is a touchdown and a Hail Mary, dude, like sometimes that happens too. So it's one of those
Well, see, and that's the big thing. They would have, you know, if he made that, it would have given the Chiefs a full touchdown lead. However, the Eagles then could have gotten a touchdown and then pulled a fucking 2-point conversion out their ass and took the game if he didn't do that.
That's
Anything was possible if
all the
he
way
scored that fucking touchdown.
Until the clock says fucking zero. Until the clock says fucking zero. You know, and that's one of those things where, so that was, man, it was, like I said, the Chiefs had to give us a heart attack in Kansas City, but they pulled it off. The entire fucking area is fucking happy. Fucking, you know, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs as an organization, as a football team. Everybody in the area, all Chiefs fans worldwide, dude, congratulations. Your team is once again, for the second time in 4 years, NFL champions of the world. So freaking absolutely enjoy yourselves responsibly. And like, should we go into like kind of like
what the celebrations like
around so like I said, so this week is go ahead. Sorry.
I want to add in that fucking video of Mahomes giving the fan the trophy and then walking away is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
He was fucking blitzed.
Dude, so nobody knows the exact SOP on the Chiefs during the season, but there are rumors that Andy Reid keeps a tight ship during the season. So when you see Patrick Mahomes getting sloshy off of, like, you know, basically watered down Bud Light,
are you guys echoing?
Like, I don't hear an echo. No.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
I don't
cool,
hear an
cool.
echo.
You guys, you might have to full screen that, John, because that a couple of the pictures in there are a little not blurry, but
I
glare
cannot. Oh shit! Whoa.
But
I can't zoom into them as best.
As
we'll see, and that's more of a league thing now. They're not allowed to, you know,
they might have been teetotaling during the season. You know what I mean? Where you might only have a beer or two a week, maybe. If you know, like during the season,
like on the flights in between, you know, home and the fucking visiting field that they're going to and stuff, they'll have a beer or two.
Yeah, but nobody's partying the night before fucking practice.
Yeah.
This ain't Lynn Dawson's Chiefs, dude. This is fucking Patrick Mahomes fucking Chiefs, dude. And this is a new generation where, like, just like in the Army, You know, in Vietnam, they fucking had beers with their fucking steaks, dude. When they went back, when they rotated back to the rear, dude. I never officially got to drink anything in Afghanistan, even if I did a few times, right? But officially, you're not. You know,
officially, it never fucking happened.
Right. So it's
That's
like,
in.
there you go. Yes, that's. Dude, keep doing that. Keep going. You had it. Like a little bit more. Enhance.
That's.
I'm
work that way, Jay.
Right there.
Yeah, that's about as zoomed in as we're gonna get.
God fucking damn it.
God isn't gonna help you, dude. Like, who are you talking
damn it,
to?
John. I'll just fucking do this. Hold on.
I got it. We're already there.
Stroke. Yeah, start.
I'm
start
pulling
the
it
one
up
with,
just in case, John. Just fucking in case.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the We'll do that. We'll do the. We'll do the.
That's the first one right there.
Yeah. So that was kind of at the stage after everybody, and then if you want to start scrolling, I can kind of like give a quick recap of like what you're seeing basically. So that's one of our players towards the end of the rally. This is when everybody got to the stage after the parade. You know, so the parade is, you're kind of going backwards, but that's okay, John. Don't worry about it. So this was just the players, you know, like enjoying themselves on the stage. You see a couple of them right there, dude. They brought out our linemen. Obviously, Mahomes and Kelsey were there. They spoke to the crowd. And yes, when Mahomes spoke to the crowd, he was a little sloshy. I'm down here.
I've watched the videos.
I was talking to my parents. I asked my parents if they watched it. You know, I was talking to my parents yesterday, and they were like, "Yeah, like Mahomes was a little drunk, wasn't he?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Mom, come on, like, Ma, come on." Yeah, he got twisted, dude. Like, this is his kids freaking.
First time he's been able to drink in fucking months, so, dude, like this.
I didn't join the Army until I was 29 years old. This motherfucker is 27. He's already got 2 MVPs and 2 fucking Super Bowl rings, dude, under his belt, and a third Super Bowl appearance. His seasons with the Chiefs has never gone less than the AFC Championship. Yeah. Never gone less than. We've made it to the AFC Championship every year he started. So that's Mahomes right there. He's wearing the.
He's got the WWE.
I was going to say he's got the fucking world title for WWE wrapped around his waist.
Which there's a possibility that is one that was gifted to them from the WWE, because WWE has a tradition that they make side plates for a championship team that has won either like the World Series or Super Bowl. Yeah.
So that is actually, because I read up on that.
It could be the one.
That is the gifted one.
It's the gifted one. It's the one that was given to the Chiefs. Specifically, it was gifted to Mahomes.
On the last one?
From the last one.
And so he wore it. Yeah.
They haven't received the new one yet.
Yep. That's right. That's right. So yeah, he was wearing the one that he got from when we won in 2020.
That was what?
So, I have one. I have one.
It was a good day. It was a good day. And if you keep scrolling, I'll show you here. Freaking.
I mean, here's my thing. I'm not going to be mad at the kid for being sloshed during a victory parade. Dude done pull is like you said, Jay, he's 27, and this is his second fucking ring. Like
second ring, second MVP. You've never he's
his season fucking hammered.
His season has never ended before the AFC Championship yet. I mean, the kid is on fucking fire. He's been on fire since we fucking got him. You know what I mean? Like,
and to all the people, because a lot of people are like, they're grooming him to be the next Brady. They're grooming. Fuck it. So what if he's the next fucking Brady?
Right. Dude,
he at least has more fucking common sense than fucking Brady does.
Don't you strive to have that kind of skill? Isn't that the goal in the end? At the end of the day.
Well, here's the thing. Prior to Brady, the most Super Bowls any quarterback had won was 4.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is already halfway fucking there, and he's only been a starter for 5 years. His rookie year, he redshirted under Alex Smith, and people kind of overlook that quite a bit. But that the 5 years that he has started, you know what I mean? Like, he is just like he's already got like it. You're talking about a Hall of Fame. It's a Hall of Fame career. Even if he got injured tomorrow and could never play another game for the rest of his life, he is probably still a shoo-in for the fucking Hall of Fame. Like, you're talking like this kid is on a trajectory that is so far, so fast, and so high all at once. You're like, I'm hands off, dude. I'm enjoying it. I'm taking it in as a Chiefs fan, a long suffering Chiefs fan before Mahomes came on board. I'm just fucking taking this shit in, just enjoying the moment.
I'm gonna go off of what Gonzo just said here. He's only lost to Brady in the Super Bowl, which is a legit competitor. That is 100% accurate. I mean, out of the 3 times Mahomes has taken the Chiefs, Mahomes and the Chiefs has gone to the Super Bowl. The only time he lost was to Brady and the Bucks.
Well, and then on top of that, he didn't have a bad game that game. Like we talked about. No. Remember we talked about that last week, where it was like. That one wasn't really on Mahomes. The Chiefs fucking around him basically collapsed, and it was
the team around him because they were still somewhat rebuilding.
Yeah, it still hurts my heart a little bit, but I still laugh about how fucking shitty we played that game. Terrible.
They pulled out the LMTVs.
They did. That was those, and you can see kind of in the background on the second one, the one behind the first one. You can see some of the soldiers hanging out of the back like that. Those were the first. Yeah. Those were the first ones that had like the mayor, one of our congressmen in it, a couple other.
That's
people.
Really cool.
We went around the corner. We went around the corner to our little pub. We debated going to the parade, but it just this year wasn't going to work. So we went around the corner to our little corner pub, and we had lunch and watched the parade on the TV while it was live basically. So they had it was on every TV and. They had the volume turned up, and it was something. It was really something.
I mean, the one thing I do want to say that I like about Mahomes, and I'm not a Chiefs fan at all, is the fact that at such a young age he has not gotten fucking cocky. Already having a win, taking the team to the fucking AFC Championship every fucking year. He has stayed humble. He knows what his job is. He goes out, he fucking performs, and he gets there. That's all there is to it. Unlike Brady, who, after the first ring, Brady got fucking cocky.
Well, he also put his money where his mouth is, so it's kind of like, love him or hate him.
At the same time, I can't hate Brady because he is, currently he is the GOAT of the fucking NFL.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, like, if you put a gun to my head and said make a bet right now, I'm going to bet that Mahomes does not surpass Brady because what Brady has done is so goddamn hard in the sport of fucking football. It is tantamount to impossible. Like what Brady did.
Have grandkids before there's another quarterback that can fucking do a Brady. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. I'm going to be in adult fucking diapers, rolling around in my fucking hover around in the goddamn old folks home before there's another Brady in the fucking NFL.
Mahomes would have to go to another 7 Super Bowls and win at least 5 of them to match Brady. That's just to match him. Just to match. Like not to surpass, just to fucking match him.
This is incredible.
Like, that gives you an idea of the statistical like
Brady is legitimately the Thanos of the NFL.
He is.
Motherfucking walking around with the goddamn Infinity Gauntlet. And plus it's not 2 extra stones.
And it's not even his regular season stats. It's his fucking playoff stats. It's not just what he did in the regular season. It's what he did when every time, like pretty much every fucking time the Patriots made the fucking playoffs with Brady, they were a legit threat. They were going to the Super Bowl, or you had to fucking stop them from going to the Super Bowl. And that was
and now the fucking Patriots aren't even fucking there because they're rebuilding after losing their fucking players.
Better way to say that is now in the AFC, the fucking Super Bowl, fucking the path to the Super Bowl fucking comes through Kansas City. So that's just John. Do you want to show everybody what it sounded like in good old Kansas City? Fucking after when the clock ran out.
Hang on, I'm still getting there. I'm looking at this picture too, where that's the World War I museum.
Yeah, that's Liberty Memorial, and that's so you and me went there.
So that where they're standing right there is what I was looking at and pointing at, asking you what the fuck is going on down there.
Union Station, yeah. So the stage was a place called Union Station.
Yeah,
and the stage was there facing the Liberty Memorial and the World War I museum. So yes, and that's how deep the crowd was basically like when they were all there. So and then that poster came out like literally the night of, and I love the fact that, for being born in Kansas City and a lifelong, Chiefs and Royals fan, the fact that this Super Bowl was played in my the state where I grew up in Arizona was really cool. So I love the little saguaro cactus there, from like where I grew up.
Yeah, that's cool.
This was the first time in 3 Chiefs Super Bowls appearances that I was actually able to finally be in Kansas City when the game occurred, and that was very cool. So
actually, speaking about the Royals, because you just brought it up, Jay, their developmental team is actually a town over from where I'm at.
Which one?
The Burlington Royals.
Yes.
Well, their own developmental team. Yeah, their double A team.
Double A. Yeah, I was going to say
it's their double A team. The Burlington Royals is actually when I left my hometown after I, fully got out of the military.
Mm-hmm.
The town I moved into was Burlington, North Carolina, which is where their double A team was, which I'm not sure if they are now because they just, due to COVID, they rebranded and changed their fucking name to the Sock Puppets.
Okay.
Because the fucking town did like a fucking Facebook poll and everybody voted on a fucking new name and they renamed it the Sock Puppets. And I'm like, why the fuck would you do that?
That's hilarious.
But just a little fun fact is, their double A team is from my fucking area, which is hilarious.
Real quick, these last 2 things that John showed, the newspapers. I got
that is a high def newspaper, man. That shit is high def.
That's a digital copy.
They're selling those. It's the special edition of the Kansas City Star. They're $5. They're already online for $50. So like dead ass. Like
it happens every time.
That doesn't surprise me because I just bought one. Memorabilia.
I just bought one and I will keep it that's my memento for finally making it to Kansas City when one of my teams fucking won the world championship. So, and
this is the newspaper you own, I'm assuming.
It's both of them. So that's the front page, and that sports section is the one that says "Buy Eagles Buy." That's okay. So both of those are included in the special edition, basically. And then speaking of special, freaking so when the clock finally ran out, I we're not going to show the long video. I took 2 videos. And the first one I started inside the house we were in because we ended up finishing the game at a house party. We were in the house. You hear everybody in the house like hollering. I walk outside and I just start walking down the street, and you can hear people screaming in the streets and yelling and hooping and hollering. But then you start hearing, people shooting off fireworks and then eventually you start hearing gunfire. And in this video, I think it's about like a minute and a half or a minute 51. If you guys want to, John's going to turn the sound up, but I want you guys to just listen, and you can hear the staccato. You can tell which ones are fireworks and you can tell which ones are gunfire. So if you listen close, John's going to turn it down and I'm going to mute my microphone. I want you guys to listen for just a couple minutes. This is what Kansas City, Missouri sounded like when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
Jesus Christ.
Someone definitely got a jammed weapon.
I heard it too, John. I just love how calm and how stable Jay's fucking camera control was during that.
Dude, I felt like I was back home in Afghanistan, dude. Like I was fucking chilling, dude.
My favorite part was when you could clearly tell somebody done busted out a fucking AR and let off a couple rounds.
Pop.
Yep.
You know what's funny? How like, because it's been a while since. Well, like every time New York won, that we always, being right across the river, that excitement was always there too. So I know how you feel, Jay. But I have a feeling that if New York finally wins something this fucking year, which I feel it, and we were so close last year. This year, if something, it's not going to be too far off. I don't know about the guns though, because
dude, I'll tell you,
New York is so.
That was the only thing. We even mentioned it last week. Was like I even said it. I was like, don't shoot guns, shoot fireworks, not guns, because bullets do come down. And there were a couple of pictures on Reddit a couple of days after that. A couple of bullets had like gone through like cars. You know what I mean, like falling.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah, dude. Like it's not. Kids, don't fucking fire guns into the air, dude. Don't fire guns into the fucking ground. Okay, like Jesus Christ, have some fucking discipline with your fucking weapons, dude. All right, like, but I get the excitement, but that's how close we were to the heart of freaking Kansas City, dude. Like that was it, dude.
Well, I just want to say
for me to piggyback off of what Jay was saying real quick about the don't fire guns thing. When I was living in my last house before me and my ex-wife split up, I actually had made a concrete, like a box. It was wood on the outside. I framed it out, filled it with concrete. It was like 6 feet tall that I would use to, like test ammunition and shit in my backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So that way the bullet would fucking stop. And when one of my teams would win and there'd be celebrations and shit like that, I would fire into the fucking box. That way the bullet's not coming down and hitting anything fucking vital.
Correct. That's and if you're on your own land and yes, if there are safe ways to do exactly that. I think that's
now in Kansas City, it's all fucking city. Don't be fucking doing that shit.
Yeah,
you're gonna kill somebody.
And then you've got the city, and then immediately outside you have all the the farmland basically. So like everybody's got everybody and their mom's got guns here, dude. Like it's not.
Oh, I know.
It's not exactly the Wild West, but it might as well be.
It's the same. I mean, here in North Carolina, everybody's got fucking guns. We all have them. It's no big thing.
Big deal.
I've got a goddamn mount under my damn work desk that's a holster for my fucking pistol.
I do. Oh, I forgot to add during the parade. So in contrast to Philadelphia, like we were talking about Philly fans earlier, there were officially 2 arrests during the parade. That's it. So congratulations to Kansas City, Missouri for being fucking classy when you win. Like you guys made all of us very proud. Okay. So like regardless of whether or not I was in the general vicinity of Kansas City when we won.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Kansas City, dude. Congratulations. Freaking we are at least for the entire next 365 days, we are world champions in Kansas City, Missouri. So congratulations again to the Chiefs. So
exactly. Congrats, Chiefs. Congrats, Mahomes. Congrats, Andy Reid. For doing what you do and turning things around after you left Philly. And actually making a championship team.
Absolutely. What did you guys do this week? Like let's get back onto the DD214 side. Freaking.
All right,
how was your guys' week?
Well, football's over, so fucking fantastic. Now we're coming into what?
Baseball
ain't over.
Baseball be next. Yeah, spring pitchers and catchers report to spring training next month. Next month. Shit,
yes,
Yep.
Some of them might be reporting now.
No, this month because next month is fucking spring training. No, it's this month. Yeah,
they're already reporting.
Yeah.
Things are looking good. I'm pretty excited. But as far as this week for me, man, you want to go first, Joe, or do you want me to take it?
So I mean, I'll go ahead.
I want to hear about that desk because I've been wanting because I know you talked about getting it.
So right before I left for my vacation last week for my little going out of town to go to a concert and shit, which we talked about last week on the show. My desk, I had 2 matching desks, both of them L-shaped, one for my podcast, streaming, gaming, fucking rig and all that shit, one for work because I work from home. That Wednesday before, I'm sitting out in the living room. We had my daughter for the fucking week. Sitting out there, we're playing fucking Mario Kart on the Switch, talking shit to each other. I hear this loud crack and boom in my fucking office. I come in here. My fucking work desk had just fucking broke. Like, and there wasn't enough weight on it to justify like the tabletop snapping. It just fucking snapped. So I had fixed it enough to be able to get by for a couple days or whatnot. And I was like, you know what? Since this fucking happened, I planned on getting a stand-sit desk once we moved out of our apartment for my work setup because, you know, I sit in a chair for 8 hours there and then most evenings I get off work, I go eat dinner, I come swap over to my fucking gaming setup and I sit again. So we're out of town, we're visiting with our buddies and shit. They both work from home also and they have stand-sit desks and he was just, you know, up one side, down the other. Listen, dude, if you've got to replace it, go ahead and get the stand-sit desk. It's worth the fucking money. He said, you know, he just convinced me. So I fucking went ahead, pressed the fucking buy button on fucking Amazon on Saturday. Shit showed up Wednesday. It wasn't supposed to show up till Friday. So it showed up Wednesday at like fucking 7:45 in the morning. So I'm sitting there in a fucking meeting for work, putting together my new fucking desk.
No fucks given.
0 fucks.
Absolutely no fucks given.
0 fucks ever given, ever.
You know, here's the thing. I always joke around when I started this current job, I was holding out for a management position and now I'm in a fucking management position and now I'm holding out for a higher management position. So I sit around and I, you know, bullshit, but I still get work done because I might joke around at work, you know, 70, 80% of the time, but 110% of the time I take my job seriously.
Well, sure. Some
and,
days,
you know,
some days there's more to do than others. And the fact that bosses
exactly.
can't fuck, the fact that a lot of bosses and a lot of jobs are fuck the army, dude, can't fucking take that more seriously is like, you know, if there's something to do, there's something to do. If there's not, fucking find something more productive to do. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing, you know, like, so I put the desk together, fucking, I will say out of all the desks I've put together in the past 7 years of fucking working from home and changing up things, redoing setups, and all that, by far one of the easiest fucking desks I put together.
Cool.
The motherfucker's heavy. Now, the base and shit's heavy. It ships in 2 separate boxes. One box has the legs with the motors and everything because it is, you know, motorized fucking stand-sit desk. So there's electronic components to make it raise and lower. And then the other box is just the tabletop. So, you know, I put the desk together. I actually, since putting it together and getting it all set back up, getting all my equipment back on it for work, I actually stand more than I have it in seated position.
That's good. That's good for your back.
Well, and that's the thing. So, you know, my back's I've got back problems from jumping out of fucking airplanes and shit.
And we definitely ain't getting any fucking younger.
Exactly. And we're not getting any younger. So my back kills me from sitting in a chair all day. And that's why I've got the chair that I have, which is an ergonomic, you know, all the fucking bells and whistles ergonomic chair. It's mesh because I'm a bigger dude now than I was in the military. And I sweat like a stuffed pig, even when the fucking AC is set to 65 degrees and it's 32 degrees outside. But, you know, my back, I always have problems. I could stand up and tweak my back in the wrong way because of, you know, jumping out of airplanes and also getting older. My back feels 100 times better now that I just have that freedom to, if I feel like it's time to stand for a little bit, I can fucking stand and, you know, still get my work done. The desk, I will say, as far as the ordering process, delivery, all that, this is the only time you're going to hear me give fucking FedEx a decent fucking rating for delivering anything. Well, no, 2 times I would
Brandon
give
Cleary,
FedEx
welcome.
a decent rating.
Welcome. Brandon Cleary,
What's
welcome.
going on, Brandon? 2 times. First time when I shipped John his computer, the motherfucker showed up at like 7:30 in the morning to John the day it was supposed to be delivered. And the second time now with my desk, because initially it wasn't supposed to show up till Friday, and FedEx pulled it out their ass and got it to me by fucking 7:30 in the morning on a Wednesday.
Cool.
So delivery gets I'm gonna give them a 9.5 out of 10 because I've got way too many bad experiences with FedEx to give them a full 10 out of 10.
Sure. That's pretty quick though. That's a pretty quick fucking turnaround.
And then
had a spare in the back.
Set up and install, I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. Because it was easy to put together. The instructions were clear. It didn't take more than an hour and a half to get the whole desk set up, put together. So that's part of my week. The other part of my week, I finished the main campaign for Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
Now, I am going to go ahead and say there's going to be a little bit of spoilers here if you haven't finished the game, if you plan on playing the game and you haven't been able to get the game yet because you're on Switch, Xbox One, or PS4, since that doesn't come out till April. The main story for the game, fucking phenomenal. Very fluid, has replayability just because, you play through it the first time, you choose your house that you're going to be in, whether it's Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw. You can replay it, and there's different side quests for each different house.
Okay.
And the main story differs a little bit also depending on what house you go into when you start the game. So there is replayability.
Who did you choose?
So I'm Slytherin till the day I die.
Which ones are those? Is that Harry Potter's?
No, that's Malfoy. Voldemort was Slytherin, Malfoy was Slytherin, Snape was Slytherin, all the bad guys.
The bad guys. Okay, cool.
The assholes, the jerks, the
anti-heroes.
Let me guess. They were also that's probably the strongest team in general, right? Like throughout the books. I never read this shit, so were they a strong team? Was they a strong team?
But Russia's wizarding school got some fucking buku motherfuckers in there, like Victor Crumb.
I won't say they were the strongest team because obviously the fucking the good side won, but they were the more hodgepodge team because you had like Severus Snape. He had, feelings for Harry's mom growing up. They knew each other as kids before they went to Hogwarts.
Is that a serious side plot?
Huh?
Somebody wanted to bang out Harry's mom, dude. That's a serious side plot in the fucking books. Is that real?
So yeah, no, like there's this whole fucking like hidden love story that you don't find out the full details of until the end of the last fucking book.
Harry's mom got around.
No, she never got with him,
didn't.
but he had such strong feelings that
he was in love with her.
He was one of the Death Eaters. He was one of the bad guys. And then
simping for a hoe.
And then because he cared so much about Lily, Harry Potter's mom, he ended up becoming a double agent and still working for the bad guys, but also working for the good guys during the Wizarding War, to the extent that he was giving the good side information on the bad side. And he was one of, he was an occlument, which pretty much means he could control and keep people from being able to read his mind. And he was so powerful, he was able to keep Voldemort, the big bad of the whole fucking series,
right. I know
being
that
able to read his mind, to know, to be able to keep it hidden that he was doing this double agent shit.
Wow. Just
like
simping.
I have two big characters in the books that I really, really like as characters and enjoyed, and that's Sirius Black, which is Harry's godfather, who
Gary Oldman
framed. Gary Oldman played him in the movies, who got framed for killing somebody when he didn't, and they thought he was a Death Eater. And then Snape.
Why would you ever frame me with this disrespect? Why would you ever frame me with this disrespect? I don't understand.
And Snape, who was, you know, protecting Harry in a sense secretly the entire fucking time, and nobody really knew it until the fucking end, because in the 6th book, Snape fucking ends up killing Dumbledore, the headmaster.
Yeah, I remember that.
Takes over the school,
and
everybody was pissed off. And then when Snape gets killed by Voldemort, Harry finds out the truth, and he becomes an anti-hero.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest stories through the whole lore of it.
So kind of the backstory, the reason I went into that is because in the game, I named my character Sirius Snape after both Sirius Black and Severus. Just because my 2 favorite characters mesh them together.
Sirius Snape.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't really roll off the fucking tongue, but
well played, John. Well played.
Sirius, man, I like to put something like.
I like how you're nerding out. I like the fact that you can nerd out to this. But
it has such a good history to it. It has such a good history to it.
But I poke a lot of fun. But the reality is, dude, if when you're into something, dude, it ain't fucking.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Like, when they announced the game, 6 fucking years ago, I was like, oh yes, we're getting an open world fucking RPG style Harry Potter game. They had to keep fucking delaying it. Then as we got closer to launch, there was this big fucking blow up because J.K. Rowling made some comments against the transgender community.
Well, why don't you talk about pissed off? Why don't you talk about what was found in the one house?
So in the game, because people of the LGBTQ community were boycotting the game because of transphobic comments made by the author of the books. And the developers, to make a sly at J.K. Rowling because of these comments, made the owner of one of the establishments in Hogsmeade, which is the village right outside of Hogwarts, a transgender person.
Oh, and cool.
And then in the school, there's a portrait on the wall of a witch burning at the stakes. And the witch is J.K. Rowling, is the author of the fucking books.
Holy shit, that's dope.
So the
meta as fuck. That is meta as fuck.
The devs pretty much gave the author of the books a middle finger and did these things.
Dope.
Because of the uproar that was happening.
That's fucking punk rock right there, dude. I'm fucking down with that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking anarchy in the UK. Anarchy in the UK, dude. That's fucking
and that's my whole thing is, so the devs kept trying to say, there was a statement the developers came out with, their PR team came out with after all this uproar. Pretty much, we understand there's some tension because of statements that J.K. Rowling made towards the trans community. We want everybody to understand that we do not agree with said statements. These things to try to help.
They weren't even working with her.
No. The only thing is, because it's a Harry Potter title, she does get royalties from it because of the Harry Potter namesake. And that's about it.
Which is even funnier that she's still collecting the royalties from it, even with this happening. So it's actually kind of funny.
And the big thing was, when the game came out, there was a website that got released, where it was streamers that play that wizardinggame.com or some shit. The site's already been shut down, and pretty much what it was anybody could log in with their Twitch login and find any streamer that they follow that streams the game to be able to unfollow them. It completely backfired.
I don't understand.
Wait,
what?
Explain
that to me.
So pretty much what it was the community that was boycotting.
So weird.
Yeah. The community that was boycotting it made a website to try to hurt streamers that were going to play the game on stream because of their their dislike of the fact that the game was still coming out after the remarks that the author wrote and made.
So in other words, they were taking it a little too far.
Exactly. They were taking it too far. But here's how the internet shot back.
Okay.
The site wasn't being used for the intentions that the people who paid to get the site made. People were going to this site to find people that were playing the game, to follow them and subscribe and give donations and drop bits and give them fucking money because they were brave enough to still play the fucking game live on the internet. So it completely backfired, and the developers of the website ended up pulling the website down because it was being used for other things than what they created the website for.
So they're still ass hurt.
Yeah.
So they're still completely ass hurt. Okay. Let me interject real quick because I just want this is what do we call these in the Army? Teachable moment, right? So for all you fucking youngsters out there,
it is a teachable moment, actually.
Dude, for all you youngsters out there, let your friendly neighborhood Jay impart a little bit of wisdom that I may have acquired over the last 42 years of my fucking life. If you are so fucking butthurt about something that you fucking try to do something that subverts something else, and that backfires on you, and you are still not going to listen to the universe that you might fucking actually be wrong about something, you were never going to be happy in the first place. Sometimes you have to pick your fucking battles and choose the hill you fucking die on, or the universe is going to fucking choose it for you. Okay. And that sounds like that's exactly what fucking happened to that website. So I'll shut the fuck up for a moment. That was your teachable moment fucking with Jay.
Well, I mean, I was going to kind of get into that also, is that, if you're that butthurt, you need to just get off the fucking internet, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because you're going to run into shit you're not going to fucking like.
It's time.
Dude, it is nice when things are nice, but this universe, this world, this earth we live on, our country, dude, it don't give a fuck about you. You need to fucking make your own way. And
it's literally, it's gonna be literally, it's gonna be hard. It's literally lions versus mosquitoes.
Yeah, man, you need to choose to be a lion in this world, man, because this world is gonna fucking kick your fucking ass someday, and you have to be tough. That when that ass kicking comes, you can get the fuck back up and move the fuck on. Roger. All right, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, get the fuck off the internet if you're having those kind of issues, dude. Seriously. Yeah. Just fucking stop it. Unplug your apps and fucking go take a walk in the woods and just enjoy nature, okay? Because you need to come back to fucking reality. Okay, go ahead.
So now, I've kind of got over the game a little bit, talked about how it was. At this point, I think last week I did rate the game for the little bit that I had played so far. And I think I gave it a 9 out of 10 or 9.5.
Yeah.
Now that I've completed the main storyline, I still have a lot of quests and side stuff to do. At this point, I'm actually, and this is the first time I've had a game do this in a long time, it gets a big, veiny, throbbing 10 out of 10 now.
Fucking beat up them guts. Beat up them guts.
That is wild. My God.
It's time to scramble. It's time to scramble some fucking ovaries, guys.
Because the thing is, you've got replayability. You've got a great fucking story. Okay. You've got tons of additional content. The game just hit all the fucking marks perfectly for the first time. And that's because it didn't come from one of these AAA title studios. It didn't come from EA. It didn't come from Bethesda. It didn't come from Microsoft, Sony, any of these big name studios. It came from a small little indie studio that was contracted by Warner Brothers Gaming Division to make a fucking game. And instead of dealing with the typical fucking developer bullshit and the bureaucracy and the politics, they put out fucking content.
And delayed it and served their favor too.
They kept delaying it. They kept delaying it, pushing it back, because they weren't going to release an unfinished fucking game. They said this is going to be our first AAA game we've released. We're going to do it right. So that way, the next time our name pops up that we're releasing a game, people come to us and believe in us and fucking purchase our shit.
Right. Well, that's kind of how Rockstar fucking started, is it not? Like just
It is, but see,
throwing-
the thing
throwing it out
is,
there.
yes,
But that's the way you should be doing it. That's not
exactly.
it's not a statement against this fucking company. That's a statement against
But
Rockstar.
see, at the
That's like-
same
that's how
time,
it
though,
should be.
I'm waiting to see, I'm waiting with Rockstar. They might redeem themselves. They might, because of what they've done with GTA 6, with keep pushing it off.
Well,
We'll see.
I mean, I'm extremely confident that GTA 6 is going to be a phenomenal game. All the Grand Theft Autos pretty much have been.
Oh,
But
yeah.
The problem is what they do after, and what they did after GTA 5 is the problem.
And lack of communication too.
It really, man,
Exactly.
it was like 10 years of fucking disappointment. The game GTA 5 by itself, phenomenal game. Eventually the online became a lot more fun to play, but in those early days, and the way they milked that fucking tit for so long, dude, it got really boring.
Yeah, and it's actually funny that you say that, because now GTA Online, I've said this before, the things that you can do in 5M, like sell meth, sell crack, drive a taxi. You can do it in GTA.
I like how selling drugs came ahead of fucking driving taxis in that list there, John.
Because
We
now
can
you
tell
can
where
do
John's fucking loyalties
Listen,
lie.
If you go to my streams, Clean Sanchez Media, twitch.tv, by the way, guys, you'll see that all I've been doing is breaking into people's houses and stealing their LSD and their cocaine.
Of course you do, because you're a fucking goon. God damn it, John. Will you fucking
So I played RP with John for a bit on an old server that's no longer existent. It's still there.
I can't talk about it.
Oh boy.
It's still up and it's being worked on. I can't say any more than that.
But John was definitely that shady motherfucker in a back alley trying to get you to do crooked shit.
Yeah.
Like the motherfucker got me killed by the fucking. He was a cop. He was off duty and got me killed by the cops because of some of the shady shit he was doing. Because I just happened to be riding around with him one day in the fucking city, and he decides to go fucking pull a heist. And I'm just like, la-di-da-di-da, being fucking all innocent and shit, just trying to fucking do things, figure out the server, get a feel for it. This was like my first 2 or 3 days on the server. This motherfucker has no honor and has no business being a fucking law enforcement officer.
Not in that game.
Now it is funny because, like, all right, because we need to move on. I have been like contemplating recently to switch over to like Red Dead. There's it's only because, like, for me, it's come to a point where some of these servers, the RP is not number one. The character, the characterization, the personalities. It's like the content is preferred over that, and I mean it gets disheartening. Like for me, it's about the immersion, the character, and things like that, and building that character up. So
sure.
I mean, personally, that's what I would like to see in RP servers. I don't want to go into an RP server and make $3 million in 3 days, because then I have nothing else to do after that. Not that that's happened to me, but for others that I do know, it's what do you do after that? When you have everything, what do you do after that? But that's enough of that. We'll get into a 5M conversation one day at GTA. But this week, the brand new show, Hello Tomorrow, has premiered.
Okay. What service is this on?
This is on Apple TV Plus, and as you know, I stand by Apple TV Plus, the damn communists. But they produce some really good fucking content, like For All Mankind.
For the first couple seasons.
Actually, it's still good. It's still good. But anyways, the Hello Tomorrow, the best way that I could describe this show is, if you understand the story of Fallout, right? There's a whole background of what the world was like before the bombs dropped. We're talking about atomic era future, flying cars, everything that everyone was talking about in 1939 at the World's Fair in Queens, New York. Like, this was the world that was made.
Okay.
and this is the setting. It's it's in the 1950s. Everyone's happy, you know.
This is
There's
based
no
off. This is based off of Fallout.
influenced.
Influenced by Fallout. Okay. Please.
Yeah.
My fault.
Well, there is a major Fallout influence because in Fallout we never see
the world
what
before.
we only see what happened after, maybe little glimpses of the world before, and that's okay. But this show really gives you an idea of like, wow, you know, this world could have happened if we had accepted nuclear power in that time after World War II.
After World War II.
We've had this conversation before, Jay. You know how nuclear power literally could have changed a lot of things for better or for worse.
And yeah, absolutely. And that's I like that we've made a lot of advances in nuclear technology since the 1950s, but a lot of things could be a lot different right now if we had, I guess, adopted nuclear power a little bit earlier, or like stop.
Yeah,
there was a lot of regulation and deregulation occurring, like in different parts of the world, and especially here in the United States. And that is a long story that we're not going to get into right here, but that's a lot of things could be a little bit different. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. And so
yeah, tell me some of this, like, what's the story?
So this is so that's the setting. You know, you already got the setting in your head. So the story is about traveling salesman.
Okay, that's cute and very 1950s.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And it's funny because you don't hear a lot of these stories of the traveling salesman, but this traveling salesman, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh, is selling property on the moon.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Okay.
You have my curiosity. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing: we're up to episode 3, and we don't know if he's telling the truth or not.
I like that. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool little side plot.
Yeah.
Right? Like I
now,
can dig that.
now there are things like he goes to a place where these people are sent, but they never show these characters traveling to this said place, or or vice versa. So. Are they going to the moon? We don't know. But what we do know is that this gentleman is selling property to the moon, and he's getting these people who are older, retiring, down on their luck. You know what the traveling salesman used to do in the 1950s, and they're asking him, "Well, what about aliens?" And he's like, "There are no aliens," you know.
Right.
So it's a very naive world.
Okay.
You know. Scamming is definitely a theme here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, maybe they got technology wise, they went a little too far, a little too fast. Maybe.
Now this is when it gets deep, because now the real story revolves around how this man has been away from his. It revolves around how a woman gets put into a coma by one of the delivery vans, one of the automated delivery vans, which is hilarious in nature. I'm sorry, it is hilarious how it happens. The show is meant to be comical, and the traveling salesman has been away from his family for 18 years, and while he's selling property, a young man shows up, who happens to be the son of the woman who's in the coma, and the son of the traveling salesman.
Okay.
But the son doesn't know. And the father, the salesman, is just, he's going in. Like, he's just like, and it's very cringy to watch, because like the story is awesome and the setting is there, but then you're just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So we're 3 episodes in. 3 episodes came out on Friday. Go check it out if you're interested. Right now, I love the production. I don't want to go ahead of myself because we're only 3 episodes in, and I want to know what the big plot twist is. So right now, we're going to give it a nice little average, but thick 7 inches. 7 out of 10 inches for Hello Tomorrow.
Okay. Little throbby, little veiny. Yeah.
And it's a great concept. It's a great concept. Now, the only other thing that we did this week is we watched Last of Us.
Yes, we did.
And it was actually It was actually one of the shorter episodes, which is very interesting to me. They killed. Do you guys want to go first, or do you guys want me to?
No,
I got
you.
So
you start us off. You start us off.
So when I watch a TV show or a movie or play a game, character development is important. Especially if you have characters who look great, great backgrounds, who can survive a situation. Okay. And when you kill them off after the second or third time of seeing said characters, it kills the vibe for me. Now, it's been what 20 years since the apocalypse started, so there's a whole backstory to this that we don't know. Hell, possibly could be a spin-off or a whole nother show. Sure. But the problem is there was no character development between Perry and Kathleen.
Right.
And that bothers me. You know, you put these great characters in who are not even in the game, you can change it up a little bit. You can have them join you. You can have them as your next enemy for the future.
Right.
You know? But you literally killed off the whole goddamn militia. The whole goddamn militia's gone. There is no more of that story right there because they completely killed it for whatever reason. Production-wise, I mean, we got to see, I don't know the name of that major bloater-looking Zambi that we got going on. But you know, whatever the fuck that thing was, that was incredible.
He looked like a real son of a bitch, let me tell you, dude. Like, that's the guy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was
that's when,
not.
That's when Jay pulls out a fucking chainsaw and just like until that thing finally fucking kills me. I'm just gonna start cutting parts off until that thing kills me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, and I mean, completely ripped Perry to shreds. By the way, like he grabbed him right by the fucking head and just boom. But I do want to say one of the craziest things that I did notice during the episode was a production thing, where during the beginning of the episode, where we see Henry and Sam looking at their perspective at Joel and Ellie during the shootout in the cross street. I went back to check out that one scene in the episode, and it is identical with perspective. So great, great
props to them.
Yeah. So absolutely. I mean, that's all I got. Still a great show, but you know, take the wheel, guys.
I definitely agree. We could have gotten, you know, they could have given us a little more Kathleen and Perry. However, I feel like for the progression into this last episode that comes out tonight, it was one of those things where we had to get through Kansas City, get through that area safely, and it needed to be done. Now, listen, HBO, if you ever fucking stumble across our fucking show, I will say a spinoff of Kathleen and Perry and them, you know, kind of raising up and forming the militia and stuff would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Because I would like to see more of those two characters on screen.
Absolutely.
And I'm not one to typically say, hey, I want a spinoff show. Usually spinoff shows suck ass.
Right.
But in this case, if it was to focus on those characters, I'm all game. I'd give it a shot for sure. Now that giant motherfucker, out of all cinematic zombies, I'm not sure which I'm more afraid of. That giant motherfucker or them big motherfuckers with the goddamn axe hammers and fucking Resident Evil.
Right.
Like now I want to see like a fucking
how big
AI generated battle. I want to see an AI generated battle between that big motherfucker and the axe hammer motherfuckers from Resident Evil just to see who potentially would win.
What do you think is the girth between the two of them?
Very girthy, extremely girthy.
Did you see the size of that hole that motherfucker came out of? Between the two of them about that.
Right. Freaking just girthy. Absolutely. I think for this episode, and it kind of somewhat ties into episode 4 as well. We knew after episode 3. Hey, Max, welcome.
It.
What's going on, Max?
Yeah, we knew after episode 3 there was probably going to be a little bit of a downturn. This I'm gonna do a quick positive and a quick negative on this. This was probably the first episode that I was kind of wishy-washy on by the end of it, where I was just kind of like, I was like, oh, this isn't quite going where I thought it was going to go, and I'm getting a little curious now because tonight is going to be, in fact, the season finale. So
I have to backtrack on you guys. I'm just reading now that the season finale is March 12th.
Oh shit! They're gonna make us fucking wait. Fucking
no,
bitches,
I think we have episodes all the way.
Oh,
see, they said it was only supposed to be 6 episodes.
How many episodes is it, John? Did we fuck? Yeah, have we been fucking that up? Have we been fucking that up for like weeks? I mean, that makes sense if we did, but you know.
No, we have episodes all the way up until March 12th every Sunday.
Squilini, you suck.
But see, that's the thing. Like, it said it was only supposed to be 6 episodes initially, so
yeah, it did say that.
What does it say? What does it say on IMDb? What does it say on IMDb right now? How many? Like, what is it going to be? Actually, 10? Is it 10 or fucking 12?
Oh shit! I clicked out.
God damn it!
Give me a second. I'm pulling it up.
You suck. Well, while you guys are doing that, so this was one of the first episodes that kind of felt like a downturn to me, and I was kind of like, and maybe part of it now that we're finding out here live on the air, like the bunch of jokers that we are, that there is in fact more than 6 episodes. That was part of my downturn. Was I thought they were going to try to wrap everything up, literally everything up in one more episode. And I was like, how the fuck are they going to do that? This is fucking impossible. Took them 2 episodes to get out of fucking Kansas City. You know what I mean? Took them 2 episodes to get out of Kansas City. How are you going to wrap everything up? So I guess
so now IMDb's updated it to 10 episodes now.
10. Okay. That makes more sense now. On a positive, trending positive.
Oh no, it's 9 episodes, and then so far
Joe,
credited for 1 episode of a second season.
You're fired. You're out. You're done. Like, just
I was looking at the cast list because it doesn't specifically say just in there. And, you know, right. Pedro Pascal being one of the top billed cast, it showed 10 episodes. But then when I clicked on it, it was 9 episodes for season 1 and already casted and slated for the first episode of the second season.
Sure.
Yep.
So, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, right after this, we could go right into the doors.
Yeah. So basically, trending, still continuing to trend positive though. Episodes 4 and 5, I did notice they are getting better with some of their tactical movements. That's what I like. That one that the first couple episodes where we were noticing some like kind of semi-grievous mistakes. Yeah, like they're trending better. I'm watching this I'm kind of keeping an eye on it now. And they 4 was pretty good, and then this episode 5, they're trending a lot fucking better with some of their movements. They're getting a little bit more careful. You know, they're thinking shit out a little bit. Like even on the fly, they're thinking it out a little bit better. And I'm liking where they're going with that. So that is a good in a positive direction.
Absolutely.
That is I've been really keeping an eye on that one on the last couple episodes, and they're doing better. Mm-hmm. So that was it for me. Like this was just. Again, this was kind of a downturn of an episode, but it is still a fucking phenomenal show. So, like, I'm not. Yeah. You're not hearing. Yeah. This is not me talking shit. This is just. I'm just nitpicking at this point. You know what I mean? So.
Well, and that's that's where that callback, like you both already said, after episode 3, we knew it was going to be a downturn for a couple episodes. Who knows? Maybe tonight's episode is going to fucking be good. Just as good.
We all of us kind of know the story.
Well, I mean, the last episode was damn heart wrenching because the damn kid ended up dying.
Well, yeah, and then you got we know how this from the game itself. We know how this story is eventually going to freaking unfold, and like I'm sure the last couple episodes are going to be tear jerkers and freaking bust out the Kleenex boxes and freaking robble, right? So
yep.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. Well, you already know what time it is, boys.
Time is it, John?
It's time for Melon to do what it's supposed to do.
Fucking Melon, dude. Oh my god.
Show more. Oh, look at that. It disappeared. Hang on.
Dun, dun, dun,
there you go.
Dun, dun.
All right.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, bro. It's time. Got that fucking beautiful music for me, John? Well, Pilgrims, it's been another 168. Been one hell of a week. Trail dust is thick. We've been many, many miles. And man, was some of it a blur. Hope you all have been well. Why don't you get on up there on that freaking bar stool here next to me? Pour yourself a drink. It's time to go to the Roadhouse. All right. Fucking A. Fucking A. So holy shit. Championship week in Kansas City, including the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Oh my God. Like, so, and if you guys want to chime in kind of over me, like I know, I'm on the screen right now, but if you guys have anything to say, I'm dying to hear it. My beautiful goddess, Nikki, very, very wonderfully, like recommended this place that we go for lunch on Valentine's Day. And so we did. And it was a Brazilian style barbecue joint here, steakhouse / barbecue. It's barbecue by virtue of freaking being grilled. Okay. It's like shit that's cooked on a fucking grill. It's a steakhouse, but fucking, this is kind of like one of the classy joints. Okay. Right. It's Brazilian style steakhouse. Okay. Not cheap. Okay. And I felt like such a son of a bitch, dude, because we go in there and we start getting served or whatever. And they got these guys, the waiters will like literally come to your table and they're like holding up these fucking like things with like meat on. They just like slice the meat off for you, you know, and you take your little tongs and you like put it on the plate, you know, whatever. And so already, if you guys can imagine, I'm out of fucking place, right? I don't know what the fuck to do here other than fucking eat, right? So that's kind of what I'm doing the polite thing and I'm trying to eat, okay? I asked for a freaking cut, my first cut of, I think I asked for freaking medium. I just wanted to see like how they did it, like right down the middle. You know what I mean? Like, let's do medium first. They gave me a cut of medium. Well, me and Nikki are chatting and I'm chewing and enjoying and, you know, and trying to enjoy it. And like 3 minutes later, I'm still chewing it. Okay. God damn it. I swear to God, I'm not picky. I'm a fucking goddamn grunt. Okay. I'll eat garbage that's fucking spoiled fucking 2 years ago. Okay. But I know what I like when I like it. Right. When I eat steak, okay, there should be zero reason for me to have to put any kind of sauce on it ever. Okay. And that's my ideal steak, right? Like the meat should just kind of taste good by itself if it's cooked properly, right? There wasn't really a lot of flavor and it was very, very chewy. Even for a medium cooked steak, it was very chewy. And so I was like, okay, like we're going to keep pushing forward. We're just going to keep trying. Okay. And the next one came out. I was like, okay, I got to see if that was medium, what's well done. Okay. I didn't go more rare. I went the other way. Okay. For reasons. All right. And there are reasons for that. Well, this dude like slices the thing off, take my tongs. Okay. I put this thing in my mouth. The next thing I know, I'm like chewing on ashes basically. And I'm just like, oh God. Now I'm going to turn into the biggest asshole in the world because I just lost my fucking appetite. Okay. Again, classy joint, not cheap. Okay. They had a buffet. I tried to go to the buffet. The buffet had like salami and fucking cheese I can get at the fucking grocery store. Okay. Some fruits and veggies. I was like, I'm trying not to. My goddess Nikki deserves better than me sometimes. Let me tell you guys. Okay. I feel like a fucking asshole, but rich people do have fucking terrible taste. Let me tell you. That place fucking sucks. All right. I'm not going to name it and shame it on here. Okay. Because I have pride in my city. And I also know that just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's not somebody else's favorite. So I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm not going to name and shame this place, but I don't even want to say how much it fucking was, dude. It was like, I ate fucking functionally nothing. Feel like an asshole. You know, my queen. Oh yeah. They had these like caramelized bananas. And I wasn't even really a big fan of that shit. But I tried. I swallowed it down like a good boy. Including tip, it was fucking two and a half bills, including tip. And I ate functionally nothing. And that is one of the first times I've been to a restaurant in a long, long time where I lost my appetite. And what a hell of a place to lose your appetite than at a place where fucking, you know, you're paying out the fucking ass just more for the experience. On the positive side, the experience was fucking very nice. The waiters and the staff were fucking amazing. They absolutely knew what the fuck, you know, they absolutely knew what the fuck they were talking about, exactly what meats, exactly how they're cooked, you know. I'm sure there's a lot of other people, you know, that might be watching or listening at some point would love this place. Okay. Like that day was not a good day in the land of Jay. Moving forward, it was championship week in Kansas City. So Wednesday, the day after freaking Valentine's Day, we watched the parade at our corner pub. That was very wonderful. And then my daughters had a 4-day weekend this weekend for President's Day. So we decided to come down to fucking Branson, Missouri, dude. Okay, for a little, you know, mini vacay. My parents are here for a little bit, so we're visiting with my parents and you know, my family, and just making some memories, right? So, for those of you that are not familiar with Branson, Missouri, just think of it's like Las Vegas rated PG with a lot of Jesus. Okay, that's basically Branson, Missouri in a nutshell. Okay, you know, the one in the middle, the one with the O. And so the God, you want to talk about like I love Branson, and like it's very colorful and brightly lit and stuff, but like when the sun goes down, dude, like it's different. It's a small town, like not a lot goes on. Me and Nikki have been around the corner to have a couple of drinks in the evening times after we're settling down, and you know, it's not busy, if that makes sense. We're kind of used to the hustle and bustle of Kansas City nightlife, you know, whenever we go out. Here it's very slowed down, very subdued, and a lot of people don't drink. So if you can imagine that, right? So that's kind of where we are. But been having a lot of fun with the kids. We've been swimming the last 2 nights in a row. Yesterday we went to this really cool museum. It was called Modern Works, I think. Modern Works, or wait, Wonderworks. Excuse me. Thank you. Wonderworks, really cool museum. You can kind of look it up on your own. It's called Wonderworks in Branson, Missouri. But me and my youngest daughter, we got on this ride, and this ride is actually like however fast you want to go, or it's like one of these rides that kind of swoops, but you can go all the way upside down. But you dictate whether or not that happens, and you pedal like a bike. Like it's got bicycle pedals on it, and you dictate whether or not you do it. So Nikki got a really short clip here of me going upside down with my daughter, so you can see kind of how this ride works. So if you want to hit the play button on that, John. The ride, that's kind of starting out, and then you stop pedaling and go backwards. As soon as you start going forward, you pedal. And then you just and that was good. Like, so we did that, and like that was kind of fun, and it started yeah, but yeah, I guess John doesn't like upside down stuff, I guess. Well, so so me and my daughter got off it, but like I kind of wasn't done, because like we didn't exactly push the envelope. I wanted to see if I could fucking break this thing, right? So we didn't get video of it, but like I went back on by myself a little while after that, and I pedaled the whole fucking time. I made it around that thing. You have 1 minute. You have 60 seconds. I made it around that fucking thing like in circles. I did 15 circles on that thing in 1 minute. I made it to fucking 15. I went fucking full moto, just full on blast. Okay, but we had a good time. From the outside, this place looks like it's like a house, or a museum upside down. Everything is like upside down. And then you walk in, and they got all these crazy exhibits. Very hands-on, extremely kid-friendly. This is like the place, this is kind of like the museum for kids. There were a couple of exhibits, though, that were really cool for the adults too. I got to try to fucking land a fucking space shuttle. Okay, and they had different difficulties. So that was like a video game simulator. I got to try to land the space shuttle. It took me a few tries, and then I had to downset the difficulty. I had to go to the easiest setting, and then it still took me like 3 tries to fucking land the space shuttle. It's basically just a glider. You don't have a lot of fucking So yeah, dude. Oh, Crazy Ace says I fucking should be doing a Top Gun parody. Like, dude, I'm a parody of like the fucking society we grew up in, dude. Like, I am the living embodiment of like an 80s kid. Okay, like straight up. Like that's like that is my existence, unfortunately. It is really fun when I'm in places like Branson, Missouri, though. Like, when me and the kids go swimming, and like, we grew up in a time where, it's pretty common to see people with tattoos, but then you see them with their shirts off. And like, there's a difference between people that's got a cut, like a sleeve, maybe a tattoo on the shoulder, a leg here or there, whatever. Like, freaking, I'm covered, like covered. Like the Yakuza in Japan would be really proud of me, right? Like, I'm fucking covered. And it's kind of funny to see, like, when we're in this like little down to earth, like Main Street, USA fucking city, to kind of see like the side glances that get fucking tossed my way sometimes. Like when the Addams Family of Kansas City is fucking in town. So yeah, dude, top balls. I like that. Top Gun porno. I fucking absolutely would fucking dig that shit. That's what I'm saying, dude. Anywho, so yeah, so we have one more night here. We're gonna go do a couple things today. I think we're gonna go to like there's a place with like pool, slides, a mini golf course, like, and an arcade. That's probably what we're gonna do today. And me and my beautiful queen will probably have another nightcap this evening before we go to bed, and I'll get to have another meal with my parents, and they'll get to spend some time today with their grandkids after we finish the podcast. So yeah, that was it was a very blurry week, and not because we were imbibing a lot. It was a blurry week because we won the Super Bowl, and I swear to God, it felt like I woke up and the next day was Thursday, and we came here to Branson on Friday. So like all that happened, like just the last 168 has been nonstop Mach 10, balls to the wall, fucking no retreat, no surrender. Like, we are moving like headlong into the middle part, or the ending part of February. So that was Jay's Roadhouse for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for freaking joining us. Thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in after we do this live, and yeah, Joe and John, freaking back to you guys in the studio.
We're back. Oh yeah, back in Blue Falcon Studios, baby. Let's go.
that would be a good name for our fucking studios, dude. Like bunch of punk pirate motherfuckers, dude. Like, I'm telling you, man.
So before we get into, so there's no news. I'm sorry, guys, but we're gonna end the show with some trivia. We're gonna end the show with the 20-question trivia. But real quick, Max in the comments had reminded us that I Am Legend 2 has been announced. Okay, but here's the thing. All right, what they're doing is that they're going to continue the story from the alternate ending where Robert Neville lives.
It's another cash grab.
Oh, I'm okay with it.
I didn't like the first one. They went completely.
You didn't
off
like the first one?
No, because the book, dude. The story.
The book was completely different. Yeah.
When we talk about zombie movies, and I always talk about the zombie movie that they never made, which is just one dude wiping out as many as he can find. Like, or a group of people just wiping out.
I think they're vampires. I think they're vampires, though.
In the book, they are. In the book, they're vampires,
yeah.
and it is a bloodborne virus. But
yeah,
that was that story, and they didn't do it in the fucking Will Smith movie. Like, that whole franchise can eat a fucking dick, dude. Like, just fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, nah, pass. Fucking pass. Fucking no.
Oh shit, I forgot we had trailers too. Fuck the trailers. We're gonna do some trivia.
Fuck the trailers.
We'll do. You know what? I'll meet with you this weekend. I'll get your asshole reviews, trailer reaction reviews.
That's content. That is content. Absolutely.
All right. So we're gonna do some trivia right now, guys. It's gonna be like semi-serious, semi-not serious, easy. They're gonna be easy. So
okay, I'm down.
You'll get the gist of it. What was the nickname of the mule that was awarded a Purple Heart during the Korean War?
Oh, I know that story. Do not know the name of the mule. I know that story.
Yeah. That's
what do we got?
Yeah, that's a fuck if we know kind of answer.
Yeah. What is it, John?
That is Private John Hensel. Private John Hensel.
That's probably why I didn't remember it's not a simple animal name. It's got to be fucking like an actual name, right?
Yeah.
Like,
what is the name of the Army's favorite dessert?
Would you have known this answer? Being a 92 golf, would you have known this answer?
No, not at all.
because I have no clue.
So what makes you think
a
a fucking grunt and a goddamn MP are going to know the answer to this
I didn't-
question?
I didn't know we were allowed to get dessert. I didn't know we were allowed.
But remember
there's
when I
dessert-
said
there's dessert in the Army? I didn't know that. Like I was in
said
for almost 12
poutine.
years.
surprise custard?
It all depends on what surprise
supposed-
custard, yeah. That
But,
sounds
like,
like some
remember
type of Marine Corps response, to be honest with you.
Remember, it's
They'd
supposed
say,
to be
you know-
it's supposed to be semi-serious, semi-not serious.
Yeah.
You'll start seeing the pattern.
You know,
I didn't realize
the
there's
Marine
dessert.
Corps
I'm
would
so
definitely say, you know, the
mind blown.
Army's favorite dessert is a cream pie, but you know, a chocolate
Oh,
cream
God.
pie. But you know, that's just
How you gonna dog on your own freaking branch, bro? How you gonna dog it? Oh wait, you were an MP. That's right.
In
Like,
what
okay.
year? in what year was the Battle of Gettysburg fought?
1865, 1864 or 5. It was 1863. Was it? Was it 63? Was it as far back as 63? Oh my
yeah, it was
god, yeah.
63.
I would have known that about 20 years ago when I was in high school. I would have known that about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking cool too. In the 90s, Gettysburg, that was a good fucking movie.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Pickett's charge in that movie, as depicted in that movie, is fucking insane. Like, yeah. Go ahead, John.
Next one. What do you call a private who's always running?
This is gonna be stupid. What?
High speed.
Jay?
I got nothing, dude. What is it? I know it's gonna be stupid.
Forrest.
I fucking hate you, dude. I fucking hate you.
The whole point of this is
I
to
know.
to piss
No,
you
you're
off.
This
Problem
is
is,
perfect.
by the time he was
Perfect.
always running, he wasn't a private anymore. At that point, he had made E5.
Dude, can you
true.
imagine being like Forrest Gump fucking got out of the Army as a sergeant, dude? I want everybody to just think about that for a second. Like,
I got shot in the
notwithstanding-
buttocks.
notwithstanding him being a Medal of Honor recipient, just Forrest Gump got out of the Army as a sergeant. I just want you guys to know that. All right, like what you got?
I got
John?
shot in the buttocks.
Janae?
Next one.
Janae?
What was the name of the Army general who led the raid on Harper's Ferry in 1859?
Was it Grant? I'm just gonna take a stab at it. No clue. Sherman?
Jackson.
Fuck it. Was it Robert E. Lee?
John Brown.
Oh, come on, dude. God.
Next one. What is the difference between an infantryman and a non-combatant?
Dying to know.
The non-combatant is less likely to get hit.
It's very true. That is extremely true. That's kind of what we sign up for. So,
Yep. What is the highest ranking enlisted member of the U.S. military?
are we talking as it stands or could potentially be reached?
Ranking enlisted member. Right, right now, currently.
Enlisted, or I'm sorry,
That would be the sergeant major.
Sergeant major of the Army, and then you have like sergeant. You have the chief master sergeant of the Air Force.
It's
Sergeant
whatever
Sergeant
the
Major of the Marine
equivalent
Corps.
of sergeant major of the Army
Yeah.
is for all the other branches. So
All right, the
E9.
next one. How do
Yeah,
you get a
E9
bunch of
Muffin.
soldiers? How do you get a bunch of soldiers to smile for a photo?
This will be good. I'm curious. I don't know. What do you got, John?
I'm wondering where this dad joke's going.
Yeah.
Just say fall out.
Or Zonk. Or Zonk. Zonk. I get
Or Zonk.
Zonk.
Oh, this is one of those sounds that keeps going. All right, the next one. In what year did the first Gulf War begin?
Late 1990, technically. The Operation Desert Shield was in late 1990. The ground war started in January of 1991. Yeah, I remember that
Hey.
shit. That's how I fucking know it. I was in 4th fucking grade.
What do you call a Marine with an IQ of 160?
A platoon.
I mean, we've heard that one a million fucking times.
Yeah, that's easy.
Fuck
with the wrong Marine.
Who was the first African American woman to become a general officer in the U.S. military?
Shit. I also have read her story. Do not remember the name.
Yeah, that's a no-go for me.
Hazel Johnson Brown.
Why is her
What is
last
the
name gotta be
nickname?
Brown?
Hey, I didn't write this stuff, all right? What is the nickname of the U.S. military's elite special operations unit?
Which fucking one?
Which fucking one?
Come on.
There's like 6 of them.
More than
this
that.
one only I only got one here, all right, guys? I only got one.
Nickname or name? Like
What branch?
Yeah.
Nickname. Army.
Delta?
Delta.
All right, we're almost done here, guys. We're almost done here.
You're good.
Why don't military planes have rear view mirrors?
Oh, here we fucking go. I don't know. Why?
Fuck.
Because if you're in the rear view mirror, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Why did the soldier bring a ladder to the war?
So he could climb his way out of trouble? I don't know.
He wants to climb the ranks. What do you call an army
Okay.
unit that plays video? This one's stupid. The last one. What do you call a soldier who survived the mustard gas and pepper spray?
What?
A well-seasoned veteran.
There you go, Joe. Well played, dude.
I gave
Nice.
that one to John like fucking weeks ago.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That was good, John. I like that. That was kind of fun. Dude.
All right, let me
Granted,
give you
more
two
of it
more.
was fucking jokes than fucking trivia, but you know.
That's okay. No, that's okay. Do either of you guys remember the name of the only female recipient of the Medal of Honor? Can you get
Negative.
a little trip
Negative.
like J trivia? Dr. Mary Kay Walker. It was a board
Oh,
question.
no shit.
Used to be a board question back then. I never got asked it in a board, but I always remembered that because it was she is and remains the only female Medal of Honor recipient from the Civil War. So
Yep. Well,
yeah.
I got one more for you, and this is actual trivia before we get into our final thought, which I believe it's you. I got one more. All right. What is the first video game to feature a save system?
A save system. Was that was it on Nintendo?
Yes, it was.
Give me a second. Hold on.
You're getting warmer.
If it's not, it's Final Fantasy or
It's gotta
Zelda.
be Legend of Zelda.
Zelda or Final Fantasy.
It's funny. It's funny that you said, because you said Zelda first. Like Zelda was about to come out first, but yeah, Zelda is the first video game that has featured a save system.
Kick ass, dude.
Yeah. So
Because
But
it
yeah,
was too
you know-
big of a game to be able to just sit down in one go and fucking finish. So they
Yeah.
had to figure out a way to implement extra memory on the chipset to be able to store your game progress so you wouldn't lose it and have to start back over.
yeah, interesting technology. I'd love to cover that. But guys, join us next week for episode 99. We're gonna be fucking farting, burping, whispering secrets to each other, blowing things up. I mean, you know,
you heard what Kansas City sounds like when we get down, dude. Fucking
Yeah,
like
so,
World
I
War
mean,
fucking III.
I'm just gonna put it out there right now. We're just gonna go ham next week. We're just gonna have a good time. So join us next week for episode 99 while we talk about some whatever the fuck we want to, and then come into episode 100 with a new background, new ideas, new fuckboy shit, you know, because at the end of the day, we are still the fuckboys of podcasting, not you, me, and Lore. Okay.
Dude, if they
and-
think
and
they
if-
fuck around, dude, like they're too serious to be fuckboys, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's like,
Yeah.
like
Now, guys, you know you can always find us out on YouTube, Spotify, the Instagram, the Twitter, the fucking the Facebooks, everything. Okay, leave a comment, leave a suggestion, write a request, talk shit to us. We had a really awesome meeting this week, and we will not reveal anything that happened in that meeting, but just know that there's going to be some exciting stuff. Actually, I think the only thing we could kind of reveal is the tournament.
yeah.
I guess
yeah,
we should.
that's
So yeah,
I mean,
so,
we can start promoting that, yeah.
Yeah. So look, guys, brought to us by
no.
brought to us by Jay's boy Aguilar. He
Okay,
came up
Aggie.
with an idea. So Aggie, we're going to be. I told him next time I reach out to you, we're gonna have a meeting and talk more about this stuff. We'll have a big old. But there is going to be a DD214 game in Call of Duty tournament. Prizes will be available. We're looking at 4-man teams. We're gonna write the rules and all that stuff for it. We want to see you guys get crazy. We're looking at anywhere between June and July, hopefully with an announcement in April. We'll have more of that information for you. So
Start putting some teams together, start practicing, freaking, and then we can actually throw it all together and freaking do it the right way. The first, measure twice, cut once, kind of thing. So
and so I'm just gonna say, it was a conversation that I had with somebody this week because I didn't want to play in the tournament. I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to be the first one to say it. I'm going to be the first entry of this tournament, and I will not be hosting or podcasting for this event because I'm going to leave the reins to you guys. I'm going to be a competitor for this event. So
I think that might be the freaking straw that broke the camel's back on me, possibly like willingly playing that game. So
yeah,
I would say
if we're going to do this,
if it's within the community, I'm more than willing to freaking do it for the community.
Of course.
I say we do a showrunner fucking team, the 3 of us, and we find one other person.
We could do that. We
could get Ronnie J. We get Ronnie J or Chris Bodette.
Well, and that's what we already have enough people for a tournament functionally already within the community. That's something I think that part that's the easiest part. The hard part is going to be herding the fucking cats at the right time in the right place to have a fucking tournament. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like that's the fucking same as when we were in the fucking ranks, right, guys? Like that's like we're herding cats here. So that's like,
Oh, well, it is. Well, guys, stick around for that. We're gonna have some of that information for you soon. But I believe it's your week for the final thought, man. Go ahead and take it.
All right, brother. Thank you. So I guess this week, obviously for me, it's been a week of some celebration and just more of a jovial nature in general. But it's easy to lose sight of things, and it's easy to feel good when you're feeling good. It's not so easy to feel bad when you're feeling bad. And I want to remind you guys, always that maintain situational awareness on yourselves. Pay attention to trends in your own life, things that you might be doing more often or less often, depending on whatever, so that you can give yourself a better foundation to stand on. It's okay to not feel good sometimes. It is okay to feel your feelings. Your feelings are valid. Okay. It is not okay to wallow in them and allow yourself to just spiral. Instead of trying to swim your way out of the vortex, you dive right into the middle of it. Do your best not to do that. I know it's easy for us to come on here once a week and talk about it. It's not always easy when you're in the moment. Okay. That's why things like the National Suicide and Crisis Hotline exist. You can dial 988. You can text star 988. You can call 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK if you need to talk to somebody. You do not have to be wanting to harm yourself or harm others to call this number. Okay, there are licensed behavioral health specialists there waiting to take your call, willing to let you vent it out and just word vomit, scream at the universe, whatever. Get it off your chest. Okay, say it with your chest and get it off your chest so that you can go back to bed, so that you can have a good day. Okay, so you can carry on with whatever you're doing in the moment. Okay, there are people that we depend on, and there are people that depend on us. Okay, we owe it to each other as a community, as a tribe. Okay, as a fucking family. Okay, as all of it, the veteran community, the family community, the friend community. All right, the homies community. Wherever you're living at, the guy down the fucking street, the neighbor that you fucking barely ever talk to, everybody's got a story and everybody's going through something. Okay. It's not okay to fucking let each other fall. So we're not going to ever fucking do that, are we? No, we are not. Here's what we're going to fucking do. We're going to have a good fucking week ahead. We're going to have a good goddamn day today. All right. Your next formation and hit time is approximately 168 hours from right now. I want to see you guys here next week. All right. Here on this show, we don't ask for 5 minutes or an hour. We ask for a whole week. I want to see you here next week. Wait a week. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're going through, you wait a week and you come see fucking us. We'll hang out. We'll say hi. All right. We'll fucking drink some beers, smoke some ciggies. All right. And fucking shoot the shit in the fucking motor pool. And maybe later tonight we'll have a barracks party. Okay. We'll figure it out together. And we will fucking get through this goddamn together. All right. Gentlemen, it is always a fucking pleasure. Fucking love you
As
guys.
always.
DD214 gaming community, we fucking love you guys. Okay. For all of you fucking viewers and listeners around the world, we always fucking love you guys. We see you guys across the pond. We see you guys in the other countries that are watching. Okay. Keep listening. Keep tuning in. We're only going up from here because we're already at the fucking bottom, homies. Fucking A. Best place in the world to be. All right. Underdogs for fucking life.
Oh, man.
Love you
Ladies
guys.
and gentlemen, thank you so much. See you next week.
Have a good
Everybody
week.
have a
guys.
good week.